What's up, Sip? So over the weekend here in Houston, there are two instances as parents that you never want to be a part of. So over the weekend here in Houston, there was an 11-year-old kid shot in the back and was unalived by his neighbor. And also there was another young man that was shot. This was a week or so ago. This young man was shot and killed at his apartment complex or in his community. And so the first kid was, I believe they said he was 11 on the news, but late one night in his neighborhood, this young man was out, him and his friends, knocking and banging on people's door. You understand what I'm saying? And so there's been a lot of this stuff going around with videos where kids are beating on people's doors and causing a ruckus, at night. And I guess at this particular point, this man was fed up or upset or whatever it was, or reached his breaking point, but went outside with a gun and shot the kid, let some shots off and shot the kid in the back. And the kid was unalive, and he was only 11 years old. And I'm sure that his parents didn't know what he was doing or where he was at that point. So please tell your kids to stop playing these stupid games, because stupid games result in stupid prizes. So this prize was being unalived, and I can't imagine being, when I was 11 doing this, and one of my friends had got unalived in front of me, and I had to live with that the rest of my life because we were doing something that could have been avoided. And also the other case was when the kid, this guy was a young teen, probably 18, 19, 17. I can't remember what the age was, but he was an early teen. I don't believe he had even graduated from high school yet. But at any point, this kid was unalived had gotten shot. And they had video of guys shooting him, in his community, in his apartment complex. But the thing is that one of the things that struck me is that the police had talked to his friend and said that he believed that his friend was unalive due to a retaliatory action. And he said that earlier that day, they had allegedly aggravated robbery against the doughboy and took, some belongings from the doughboy. And so the mama was saying, well, that's not the case because my son was in the house by 10:30 every night. And so one of the things is that you always hear parents say when people that when loved ones have been unalive, you always hear people saying, well, they were a good person. Yeah, that's always the case, and that's what we would like to believe. But if your son is out robbing people, they aren't good people. So sometimes when you rob people, when you play stupid games, you get stupid results. So we need to start teaching these kids that if you don't have it, if you don't have the money to go buy it, you shouldn't be taking things from people or places that don't belong to you. So the lesson in this is leave people's stuff alone. Leave their stuff alone, because when you play stupid games, sometimes you get stupid prizes. And so my thing is that leave them folks stuff alone, because your life is not worth whatever it is that you're trying to take from somebody else. Or if you think that your life is more valuable or worth you taking my stuff, then that's a chance you take. And that goes for anybody. I'm not saying that in a negative or to be hurtful, but I'm saying that in the sense of, if you want to take what I got, then what you're doing is you're risking your life to take whatever it is that you want from me. So, and these young people, they don't have any, they're not mature enough to have adult conversations or have a difficult conversations. But again, if you're a parent, teach your kids to leave people's stuff alone. If it ain't yours, don't try and take it. If you don't have it, it ain't yours. You know, you need to work for everything that you get and be able to go and purchase it. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you try and take people's stuff, what you do is you risk being unalived by the person who you're taking stuff from. You're not necessarily in that moment, but these people may come back, as we see as a result of this. Allegedly, these people came back and took this boy's life, you know, for something that they had took previously from him. So please, parents, tell your kids to stop. And that's all I gotta say. Sip, sip.